The sun peers over the edge of the caldera, casting warm golden light on Mount Batur and Lake Batur below. A light mist hovers over the still water, adding an air of mystery. This is one of the many stunning sights that await visitors to Mount Batur in Bali, Indonesia. From hiking up the volcano at sunrise to soaking in hot springs to exploring local vile ages, Mount Batur offers exciting and rejuvenating experiences. Have you ever witnessed a sunrise quite like this one over an active volcano? Mount Batur invites adventurers, nature lovers, and cultural enthusiasts to discover its beauty from all angles. As we explore some of the top things to do in the Mount Batur area, you'll understand why this iconic site holds an important place on any Bali itinerary. Before highlighting the specific activities that Mount Batur has to offer, it's essential to understand what makes this destination so remarkable. Mount Batur is a highly sacred volcano for the people of Bali, situated in the northeastern part of the island within the Regency of Bangli. While its last major eruption was in 2000, it maintains volcanic activity to this day. The adjacent Lake Batur occupies a large crater left over from a catastrophic prehistoric eruption tens of thousands of years ago. This caldera and the more recently formed Mount Batur now dominate a dramatic landscape unlike anywhere else on Bali. Spiritual Ice Significant Sunrise Trek. One of the most popular things to do on Mount Batur is hike up the volcano to catch the sunrise. While the steep 2-hour hike up a well-worn trail is challenging, it leads to one of the most magnificent views you may ever behold. Arriving before dawn, you'll join dozens of other eager hikers scaling the 717-meter summit under a sky full of stars. If you find a perch along the ridge, you'll wait in anticipation for the first light of dawn. The pre-dawn sky slowly transforms from black to deepest blue, then radiant red and orange hues creep over the horizon. The first rays of sunshine reveal the breathtaking panorama. Mount Agung's imposing peak to the east, Lake Batur's serene waters below, and the lush green expanse of Bali as far as the eye can see to the south. As the sun climbs higher, details emerge from the shadows. The steep cliffs, twisted rocky crags, and patches of green forest framing Lake Batur's glittering silver-blue surface. Wisps of smoke rise from the volcano's crater nearby. The scene appears to be both peaceful and otherworldly. You might be hesitant to leave as the angle of sunlight shifts, creating ever-changing patterns on the waters below. The photography alone makes the demanding trek worthwhile, but witnessing sunrise from Mount Batur's summit has deep spiritual meaning as well. In Balinese Hinduism, mountains, including Mount Batur and Mount Agung, are considered sacred. For the Balinese people, climbing Mount Batur on auspicious days and making offerings at its peak is profoundly meaningful. If you're up for the challenge, summiting Mount Batur for sunrise should top your list for an awe-inspiring experience infused with spiritual significance. Just be sure to dress warmly for the cool pre-dawn hike. Most tour organizers will arrange private transport to start the trek. Before 4 a.m. after reaching the peak and back down, indulge in a cooked breakfast by the mountain guides. You've earned it. Hot spring soaks and lakeside luxury. After an invigorating trek up Mount Batur at sunrise, your legs may be crying out for a relaxing soak. Luckily, the volcano's geothermal activity has created hot springs nestled in the foothill S on the lakeside. Make your way down the mountain's northern slopes to Toya Bungka Hot Springs for a therapeutic dip in the healing mineral waters. Several hot spring centers allow access for an entry fee, or guests staying at certain hotels can use private hot spring pools and facilities. The hot springs range from around 40 to 50 degrees Celsius, perfect for loosening tight muscles, whether you hiked Mount Batur or not. The mineral composition of the waters is also believed to treat skin conditions, relieve joint inflammation, and detoxify the body. Set aside a few hours to leisurely soak while taking in calming views of Lake Batur and the lush highland forests beyond. For ultimate relaxation, indulge in a traditional Balinese massage, locally known as pijat, offered at most hot spring centers. Therapists apply firm pressure to acupressure points along the body, using rhythmic massage techniques passed down for generations. A massage before your soak increases circulation, while one afterwards enhances deep muscle relaxation. With aching limbs happily unkinked, it's easy to melt into blissful tranquility. Muddy tracks to reveal jaw-dropping lookouts above Lake Batur. Instagrammers will delight in captions like "Life on top of the world," from one spectacular photo opportunity after another. Pose triumphantly atop an extinct volcanic cinder cone, or calmly meditate silhouetted against the sacred lake and mist-shrouded caldera rim. Even non-photogs will appreciate Mother Nature's boundless beauty from these lofty vantage points. Back down below, stop for a unique coffee experience at one of the plantation homestays dotting Mount Batur's farming villages. Local hosts usher you through the process, from planting to harvesting to roasting the beans over an open fire. Sipping freshly brewed coffee while overlooking the volcanic vistas makes the perfect break during your highland adventure. Authentic villages and livelihoods. While Mount Batur's dramatic geology draws international visitors, over 30,000 local villages call the fertile volcanic slopes home. For an enriching experience, take time to explore the culture and community thriving in the volcano's shadow. Just a few kilometers northeast of Mount Batur's crater, Bangli offers a slice of everyday Balinese life. Wander the quiet streets where neighbors shop and chat at traditional market style, heaped with mysterious fruits and woven goods. Smiles come easily from weathered faces and brightly clad schoolchildren alike. See how artistry runs in Bangli's blood with a visit to the Ki Dalam Tilam Gallery, which showcases the owner's masterful paintings. Or peek inside Bangli's centuries-old Hindu temples, where vibrant shrines honor rainbow-winged gods and goddesses. While not as flashy as Ubud or Seminyak, Bangli reveals Bali's gentle spirit. On Mount Batur's outskirts, stop in the unassuming village of Songan to meet Maid Sari, a gifted dancer keeping traditional Balinese arts alive. She performs legong, a precise dance style that uses traditional gamelan music. Young village girls gather in Songan's community center to learn from Maid, dancing with fan-waving grace. Visitors are welcome to watch the daily 4 p.m. practice and even learn basic moves. Just wear a sarong over your clothes as a sign of respect. In the small village of Kedasan, along Lake Batur's shoreline, Agung Prana hosts guests at his family's homestay. Join Agung on his fishing boat at dawn to learn traditional net casting methods passed down by his fisherman ancestors. Watch the volcano transition from a brooding silhouette to a fiery icon as the sun's first rays set Lake Batur shimmering. After a morning of catching wild carp and viewing water birds, help Agung's mother prepare the fresh catch over a smoky wood fire. Between authentic homestays, cultural villages, and sacred sites, the greater Mount Batur area offers much beyond hiking. Venture beyond the usual tourist stops for a richer experience, engaging with creative locals proud of their traditions. Culinary delights from volcanic valleys. In Mount Batur's village communities, the volcano nourishes life through nutrient-rich soil and fresh water from Lake Batur. Local cuisine highlights the exceptional produce grown in this fertile region, often with a spicy kick. Markets in villages like Songan and Kintamani overflow with hand-picked coffee beans, giant snake fruit with pink peel, and tiny chili peppers known as mouse poop chili for their scorching Scoville AE. Vendors hack off chunks of fresh coconut flesh to squeeze into bright elixirs or pile sweet mangoes picked moments before into your basket. Local restaurants craft farm-to-table magic from Mount Batur's natural bounty. Look for Nasi Campur, where diners can choose from a dozen local Y-sourced side dishes like spinach with grated coconut, curried green beans, sat lilit chicken skewers, and tangy pickled veggies as accompaniments to fragrant coconut rice. Or try the signature Kintamani-style ayam tutu, tender chicken simmered in aromatic bamboo spices and grated coconut milk with a kick of chili paste for good measure. Those with an appetite for adventure can even dine inside Mount Batur's outer crater at the Sapan Organic restaurant. Set amidst a protected forest high on the crater rim, Sapan Organic grows all its own produce on-site without pesticides or chemicals. Feast on nutritious harvests of peach palm, cocoa beans, medicinal ginger, and turmeric while soaking up jaw-dropping caldera views. It's a long, bumpy drive up a gnarly dirt track, but the reward is an epic farm-to-table experience, quite literal eye on the edge of a volcano. Whether you savor street food from a tiny warung stall, experience village life through home-cooked cuisine, or taste-test ultra-fresh salads atop a crater, Mount Batur's local flavors will leave your taste buds and Instagram feed smoldering with delight. Responsible travel in a sacred place. As travelers, we seek exciting new experiences. But when visiting sacred destinations like Mount Batur, we carry a responsibility to respect deeply held local beliefs, especially for a site as spiritual significant as this active volcano. Certain guidelines ensure our presence brings benefit, not hardship, to nearby communities. First and foremost, strict rules limit hiker numbers on Mount Batur's summit trail to 100 at a time. Without this cap, thousands of visitors daily would degrade the route and disrupt the site's meditative atmosphere. While limiting access frustrates some tourists, this constraint protects the experience for all. Come prepared with reasonable fitness to handle Mount Batur's steep terrain. Attempting the trek without proper shoes, layers, snacks, and water puts yourself and the guides at risk. Porters must then carry unfit hikers back down the mountain, preventing them from working subsequent climbs. Support locals by hiring one of the authorized guides, whose families have led Mount Batur's sunrise treks for generations. They strictly control visitor impact and organize temple offerings to honor the sacred site. Unfortunately, a few rogue guides undercut prices but don't contribute to site preservation or community benefit. While trekking to the summit, don't remove lava rocks or break temple offerings left by pilgrims. Disrupting the holy site could damage relationships between local Vile Ages and the sacred mountain on which their livelihoods depend. If invited, take part in the ceremonies run by the Vile Age elders rather than just taking pictures from the sidelines. Around the Mount Batur area, politely ask before photographing people, especially why during ceremonies or private moments. Learn basic Balinese terms for greetings like Om Swastiastu and gratitude like Terima Kasih. Listen more than speak and dress conservatively when visiting temples. Ultimately, marrying a spirit of exploration with cultural humility transforms tourism into a powerful force for good. By embracing sustainable practices and meaningful cross-cultural connections, visitors and hosts together safeguard Bali's sacred gifts for generations to come. As our journey through Mount Batur's highlights comes to a close, I hope you feel inspired to add this legendary landscape to your Bali bucket list. From the ultimate sunrise trek and hidden hot springs to authentic Vile Ages and delectable cuisine, Mount Batur offers adventure, rejuvenation, and cultural discovery guaranteed to stir the heart and soul. When visiting this sacred volcano, come with an open mind to form connections between people and place, not just to check boxes or show off Instagrammable backdrops. If COVID has taught us anything, it's that tourism sustains these communities, both economical I and spiritual Y. So I welcome you to visit Mount Batur responsibly, but I also implore you to look deeper than surface-level selfies to experience Bali's incredible culture. Only by forging genuine bonds can tourism become a conduit for good. Now over to you. What stood out from this virtual journey around Mount Batur? Let me know in the comments your takeaways or what locations spoke to your travel soul. Don't forget to like, share with adventure-loving friends, and subscribe for more volcano vibes from Bali and beyond. I appreciate you watching all the way to the end of this rather epic excursion. Until next time, stay safe. Be well and keep exploring.